Alright, welcome back. Tiger Woods, whether you're a sports fanatic or not, you most likely know the name. Tiger's the individual who's been linked as one of the greatest golfers of our time. He's an individual who has a background of African American, Native American, Thai, and Asian. And when people look at him, they're not sure of what culture that he represents. So he shares in an interview of his first altercation of dealing with his racial identity. He said that his first day of kindergarten, a group of 6th graders, they tied him up to a tree, spray painted the N-word on him, and threw rocks at him. It was his first day of school, and his teachers didn't really do much of anything. He used to live down the street, so his teachers just told him just to go home. So what he did was he had to run all the way home and outrun all the 6th graders. It was certainly an eye-opening experience for Tiger, being only 5 years old and the only minority family within his town. As we can see, children suffer and become victims of racism. We're going to watch a video clip of a bunch of children who had suffered racism, and you're going to see their story. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about it.
Swimming once a week at the spacious Huntington Valley Club near Philadelphia. It sounded ideal for 65 kids, described as black and Hispanic at Creative Steps Daycare Summer Camp.
I was excited. The parents and children were excited.
But when the youngsters showed up at the pool June 29th, after the day camp signed and paid a $1,900 contract, this happened.
The children came running down the hill saying, Miss Wright, those people up there are saying, what are those black kids doing in the pool?
12-year-old Marcus Allen is her son, says he was sitting outside the pool and heard white adults say this.
He was like, oh, why are these black kids here? And then they were saying, oh, I'm afraid they might do something to my children because I don't know if they might try to steal some of my stuff or might try to harm my children. And I was amazed that they would think something like this because we're just like you. We're just like your kids.
Not enough room.
Mrs. Wright says the swim club's director told her he was embarrassed, held an emergency board meeting, and called her back the next day to say they could not come back.
And he said the membership said, let the chips fall where they may.
You know, Marcus, I see tears coming down your face. Why does this make you cry?
Because it's just kind of sad that people were still thinking like this when I felt like these days was over.
This is 2009. Children should not be subjected to that.
The swim club's director is quoted by local media saying the day camp kids changed the, quote, atmosphere and complexion of the club. A club member reacted.
I'll be asking for the president of the club's resignation today because I think the comment that he made, although taken out of context, was probably one of the stupidest comments I ever heard.
He claims the club was simply overcrowded, not racist. He said 2 other unidentified day camps, both non-minority, also got the boot. Senator Arlen Specter put the club on notice in a letter, quote, without getting into all the legal issues, it is my suggestion that you promptly reinstate the contract and welcome Mrs. Alethea Wright's group back to the pool. Whether they accept is up to them. The club issued a response denying race had anything to do with their decision. Quote, we underestimated the capacity of our facilities. Our Valley Club deplores discrimination in any form. Susan Candiotti, CNN, Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania.
Now that you watched that video clip, I want you to talk amongst your group, and I want you to talk about how children deal with racism. And if you were an older relative of one of the younger children, how would you have handled that situation? How would you speak to them? How would you counsel them on how to deal with it? And we'll be back in about 7 minutes.